CNBC 9 First News on KCWE starts now.
It is Election Day 2024, and the first votes for president have now been cast. We'll share the final messages from Kamala Harris and Donald Trump from early this morning.
Abortion is just one of a number of issues and amendments bringing out Missouri and Kansas voters today. We're going to take a look at some of the issues you'll see when you go vote.
It's a damp morning. We aren't done with raindrops yet. Coming up, I'll show you when patchy fog and drizzle will end and reveal a little bit of sunshine.
A lot to get to on what is already a busy Election Day morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cody Holyoke.
And I'm Jamie Weiss. We want to get right to Nick Bender because we know so many people are going out to make their voices heard today, Nick. And what do they need to know weather-wise on the head to the polls?
And we had that widespread rain. This morning, it's cloudy, it's damp, there's a little bit of patchy fog and drizzle, but not enough to have a significant impact on the road conditions or you getting to your polling location or just going to work, just getting your kids out the door. Winds are picking up. I see that gust of 19 miles per hour. This is going to be a blustery day. You know, the wind will drive the temperatures down, not up. Right now it's 58 degrees. Relative humidity is 100%. The visibility has improved quite a bit over the last 30 minutes, but there still could be patchy fog in your community. 55 degrees in Maryville, patchy drizzle, 58 in St. Joe, 61 in Odessa, Warrensburg, Sedalia, Clinton, and Butler. But the temperatures are going to drop through the day on our 12-hour forecast with a cloudy sky, patchy fog and drizzle lasting through about 9-10 o'clock this morning with windy conditions stretching into this afternoon. Temperatures falling into the low 50s by 7 o'clock this evening, so you might need warmer jackets for that. Leave with warmer jackets so you have it later today. Maybe you get a little bit of late day sunshine there at 5 o'clock, but not much sun today. Johnny.
All right, thanks so much, Nick. Taking a look at your first alert traffic, and we are revisiting westbound I-70, the ramp to southbound 470. A little while ago, I told you Scout was reporting that as closed, and it was still open, but they've closed it again. So maybe they were ahead of the curve there, one way or the other, trying to get this semi that jackknifed on that ramp back. Well, I don't think it overturned, but they're going to have to pull it backwards. As you can see, they do have a tow truck on the scene to do that. It looks like they're attaching a cable now, and this is going to be a while. So that is why that ramp is shut down. Again, Little Blue Parkway, if you're trying to go southbound on I-470, might be your best bet, exiting at Little Blue Parkway and then on over to 40 Highway, which will take you on over to that southbound 470 run. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Johnny. So let's take a look at what's going on around the rest of the metro as far as your traffic's concerned. We're running into slowdowns on 435 westbound and I-70 westbound this morning. These are going to be brief delays, no more than about 5 minutes, but definitely something we're keeping a close eye on. The good news is no other accidents reported. It's again just going to be that jackknife semi on I-70, that westbound off-ramp to I-470 that Johnny's been talking about.
This is it. The big day is finally here. As of 3 minutes ago, polls are now open across Kansas and Missouri, and voters will be choosing many races, their next president, representatives in Congress, and they'll be making key decisions that shape our future.
We have team coverage this morning watching the polls in both Kansas and Missouri.
They just opened in Kansas 3 minutes ago, so let's go there first with KMBC 9's Morgan Mobley, live in Wyandotte County. Morgan.
Good morning. Well, I'm inside of Haven Baptist Church in KCK. Doors just opened a couple moments ago, and the hum is going. You can see this long line of voters making their way in. This line goes out the door, out into the parking lot. So certainly a great turnout. Just 3 minutes in to the election day here so far in Kansas. Now, Secretary of State Scott Schwab predicted Kansas's total voter turnout will exceed totals from 2016 and 2020. In fact, more than 652,000 early ballots were cast in person. Again, this turnout is already looking to match that. If you are still heading out to the polls today and you did not do early voting, just a couple of friendly reminders. Check to see your specific polling place. You can go to your county election website for that. If you feel like you want to be prepared to get in and know already what exactly will be on your ballot, there's a sample ballot on vote.gov. Of course, bring that ID. You absolutely have to have that, whether it's a driver's license, a passport, or military ID. That'll be the most important thing you bring with you today. We're going to keep talking to voters and check in again with you here in the next 30 minutes. Reporting live in KCK, Morgan Mobley, KMBC 9 News.
All right, Morgan, so quite the line there, and we saw lines in Missouri well before the polls opened at 6 a.m. today.
All right, we want to bring in KMBC 9's Martin Augustine because the polls are open in Missouri now, and you're joining us live in the Northland with an update. Hey, Martin.
Yeah, good morning. Northland Cathedral inside the gymnasium here where the actual democracy is taking place, the voting. You can look across the gym here and see several tables. There was a large line this morning when the polls opened up at 6 o'clock. And let's show you some video of that as people started to file in. The first few people were there even before 5 o'clock. By the time 6 o'clock rolled around, it was probably 150 people in line. And so that made for the first 25 or 30 minutes here at the Northland Cathedral kind of crowded. It was cramped. There were a lot of people casting their ballots in here. If we come back out here live, you're going to see there's a little more space in here. And talking to a couple of election workers, they say that's pretty typical. You know, you're going to have that initial crush of voters come in, and then there'll be a little bit of a lull for a while. The next big crush probably around lunchtime or something like that. And then, of course, as the day goes on, you'll get more people coming after work. That is a standard pattern. Now, the interesting thing is to see how this might have, how today's voting in person, the traditional voting, will be impacted by all the early voting that happened in Clay County. Again, talking to some election workers, they say those early voting numbers were terrific. A lot of people voted, and now the thought is that turnout could really be close to record breaking in Clay County potentially if you have the sort of energy to vote as we saw with the early voting. Now, one thing about what's going on here in the Northland Cathedral is that you've got one stream that comes into the church, but you have 3 different poll locations here, and so that really makes for an efficient voting experience. Most people are in and out of here once they're in the gym here. They're done within a few minutes. Reporting live, Martin Augustine, KBC 9 News.
Thanks, Martin. Missouri officials are trying to ban the U.S. Justice Department from sending federal poll monitors to voting locations in the state today. The DOJ says these monitors are needed to make sure federal voting rights are compiled with Election Day. And up until 2013, the federal government had the right to place election observers at any polling place. But since then, a Supreme Court ruling has restricted the department from placing watchers without permission. When monitors are not allowed inside the polling sites, they have to remain outside like other observers, including those aligned with candidates. It could take days for us to get results, especially when it comes to the presidential election.
So we thought we'd give you some perspective. Let's look back to 2020 to see when we could potentially get results from our 2 states this year. An analysis from the New York Times shows in Kansas, most votes were reported by 11 a.m. the morning after the presidential election, so 11 a.m. Wednesday. Same case in Missouri. Elections officials said counties would be reporting results at a similar rate, and those results, unofficial results, came out about 11 a.m. Wednesday 4 years ago. Keep in mind, this time around, you shouldn't forget states like Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, which could take days to report official results. The presidential race wasn't called until the Saturday after the 2020 election, so we could be in it for a while. Gone are the days, I think, of instant results and, you know, at least going well into the night. I think it might be a few days before we find out who's winning.
And the good news is we'll be here for you every step of the way, giving you those results as they come in, when they come in. But at least good weather is on the horizon.
There you go. It's coming.
Thankfully, it's not pouring down rain today like it was yesterday. So that's a helping hand to all those heading out to vote or just getting out to start your day, getting the kids out the door to school. Fog and drizzle this morning. Not too much of either, but enough you might notice it. Temperatures will fall through the day. You'll notice that. Upper 50s right now, falling into the lower 50s by 5 to 6 o'clock. Maybe a little bit of sunshine at the end of the day, but not much. The clouds will continue to clear out overnight. You need to get ready for this change. It's going to be a lot colder tomorrow morning. It's 58 degrees right now. We'll fall to 40 tomorrow morning, so you'll need warmer coats. Sunshine on Wednesday, 59 degrees, which is spot on normal for this time of year. Scattered clouds on Thursday, 58 degrees, then a changing weather pattern for the weekend, one that's more favorable for our next round of downpours and thunderstorms. Cody.
Noted, Nick, thank you. Along with deciding plenty of races, voters will weigh in on a number of ballot initiatives and amendments, especially in Missouri. Amendment 3, you no doubt heard of, would reverse Missouri's near total ban on abortion that went into effect more than 2 years ago. Voting yes allows abortion up to the point of what's called fetal viability. That's when a fetus could live outside the womb or be allowed to protect the life or health of the mother. It gives Missourians a constitutional right to make decisions about reproductive health care without the government getting involved and allows the state to regulate said health care. It prevents the government, too, from discriminating against or holding funding from people providing or obtaining reproductive health care. Opponents have waged a number of legal challenges to try to keep the measure off the ballot today.
We have not given up. We believe this Amendment 3 should be defeated, and we will do everything in our power to make sure that that happens.
Critics have been vocal in their opposition to the measure. They claim that the phrase reproductive health care is too broad. They have worked to tie the amendment to health care for transgender Missourians, arguing that the amendment would legalize gender-affirming care for minors. That's a claim several legal experts, including a former Chief Justice of Missouri Supreme Court, shot down. Some critics also claim the bill greatly expands the list of providers who could perform abortions. In a letter sent to Catholics, the Bishop of the Diocese of Kansas City falsely claimed dentists or pharmacists could be called upon for the procedure if this amendment passes. Again, that's not true. Same goes for parental consent laws. Those do not go away. The laws that governed abortion in Missouri in 2022 would still be on the books, barring any potential legal challenges.
Other issues on the ballot in Missouri include Amendment 2, which would legalize sports gambling in the state. Amendment 6 would raise court fines to fund salaries and retirements for current and former law enforcement personnel. Amendment 7 bans ranked choice voting from Missouri elections. And Proposition A would raise Missouri's minimum wage and require many employers to provide paid sick time for workers. We have a closer look at all of these amendments and everything else that's on your ballot. You can head to our voter guide on our website, KMBC.com. And if you need a ride to the polls, the city of Kansas City, Missouri is stepping in to help.
We'll share the rideshare program available today just to help you get your vote.
And the Chiefs remain undefeated after an overtime thriller and an injury to Patrick Mahomes. We'll share what the quarterback said about his ankle overnight.
I'll get you prepared for the next round of downpours and thunderstorms with First Alert Future Scan. It's coming up.
Your station leading the way, getting you prepared for important events and changes that affect your day. KMBC 9 News.
And welcome back. It is 8:15. Taking a look at your first alert traffic. Crews still working to get this semi, the jackknife, the ramp from westbound I-72 southbound 470. Try and get that back on the highway. It looks like they have made some progress moving it out of the ditch there, but it is still not, hasn't been taken out of there. And as you can see to the lower left, still those cones blocking that ramp, again, from westbound I-72 southbound 470. With this, too, you can see it's pretty slow going by there as folks discover that they can't make that exit ramp. Well, that's caused a little bit of a backup, and in that backup now, closer to Woods Chapel, we're not seeing it on any camera, but now we're reporting an accident westbound I-70 through this stretch as well. So plan on some extra time one way or the other. Again, exiting at Little Blue Parkway is going to be your best bet kind of preemptively before you get to 470 and the ramp that's closed. Take that down to 40 Highway westbound will put you on southbound 470 past all of this mess. Back to you in the studio.
Johnny, thank you. A weeks-long strike involving more than 30,000 Boeing workers is now over. 59% of workers voted Monday to approve a new contract. The deal includes an immediate 13% raise, rising to 38% over the following 4 years.
This is a victory. This is a victory. We can hold our heads high. We all stood strong, and we achieved something that we hadn't achieved for the last 22 years.
Workers will go back to the jobs tomorrow. This was the costliest strike in the U.S. in more than 25 years. Back to your Election Day coverage this morning. Voters living in Kansas City, Missouri can get help getting to the polls today.
Yeah, if you download the city's rideshare app, Iris, you'll get a free ride to the polls. There's even an option to help people with disabilities.
We want to ensure that all voters have access to be able to get to the poll locations. We didn't want transportation to be an issue for them. And so that is one of the reasons why the City Council voted to support giving free Iris rides on Election Day.
While the Kansas City Transit Authority will also offer free rides to polling locations as well. Just make sure you plan ahead. The big focus is, of course, on the presidential race, where many polls show it is going to be an incredibly close result.
Yeah, both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris will be busy today working to win over voters. Amy Lou's in Washington with a closer look at their plans.
Harris plans on calling into radio shows in battleground states, while Trump will be casting his ballot. As millions of voters will weigh in, the candidates finding out soon whether months of campaigning have paid off. In Michigan early this morning, in Pennsylvania late last night, Harris and Trump celebrating the end of their campaigns in battleground states.
We finish as we started, with optimism, with energy, with joy.
Harris in Philadelphia rallying supporters after crisscrossing the state.
Hi.
Knocking on doors.
Yellow rice and pork. Okay, I want that too.
And visiting a Puerto Rican restaurant.
I'm doing 4 of these things today. They're big. And the voice is holding up just about barely.
While Trump started his day in North Carolina.
We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered.
Adding 2 stops in Pennsylvania, delivering a blend of false claims about migrants.
We've been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth.
And voter fraud, ending with likely his last campaign rally in Michigan.
We will make America great again. I love you. I love you all.
Trump and Harris are spending tonight at their respective campaign headquarters. For Trump, he will be hosting a dinner party as well as a watch party in Florida. And for Harris, she will be at her alma mater here in D.C. In Washington, I'm Amy Lowe.
After you vote, stay with KMBC 9 all day long as we bring you the results when the polls come in. It's expected that the counting could continue into tomorrow, so make sure you wake up with us as well. We're going to be on early tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. bringing you all of those election updates, so make sure you stick with us. We want to turn now to your Kansas City Chiefs because they are staying in the win column as the only undefeated team in the NFL.
Yep, 8-0 on the season, thanks to last night's overtime win against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you know, one new player had a pretty big welcoming night at Arrowhead.
Again, pressure. Mahomes was hit. Passes caught by Hopkins.
Plays like that, which was one of the touchdowns of 2 on the night for DeAndre Hopkins, really helped grow his star on the Chiefs roster. He had 8 receptions for 86 yards, but that wasn't the only play fans were talking about.
Mahomes out to his right. Flips. Touchdown, P-Ryan.
It's good that we got the touchdown, right? In the fourth quarter, Patrick Mahomes passes to P-Ryan to tie up the game, but he kind of faltered on that ankle when he threw the ball, slow to get up. You see him wincing, needs help getting up across the field. there was no contact on that play. Anytime we see a non-contact injury, we get a little worried. Mahomes had tweaked that same ankle that he hurt last week.
Definitely scary. I think it hurt more just because it's the same ankle I rolled last week. So it scared me a little bit, but once I kind of took my breath and kind of calmed down a little bit, ended up being not too bad. We were able to go in there, kind of get the respat, and go back on the football field.
Mahomes didn't miss any snaps, though. In fact, he went right back out onto the field when it was the offense's turn. Injuries and all, the Chiefs would go on to win in overtime. The Kareem Hunt 2-yard touchdown run there, 30-24.
So it's going to be a quick turnaround for the undefeated champions. The Chiefs are at home again Sunday. They're hosting the Denver Broncos. Kickoff is at noon. I can't believe it. 8-0, 14th consecutive win for the Chiefs.
Which is a record, I think.
It's a record.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to love it. You got to love it.
Push toward the postseason, which I know is a couple months away.
It feels weird to say that already in November.
Yeah, it's nice.
It'll be here before you know it, and hopefully, we have a lot more numbers on the left side, and we keep that goose egg over on the right. Today, it's cloudy, it's damp, there's a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle, but no significant impacts to you trying to get out to the polls, head off to work, get your kids out the door to school. Now, it is going to get a little cooler through the day with blustery conditions, have wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Temperatures are going to steadily fall, so it's the warmest it's going to be right now, and then it'll be cooler later today, so maybe opt for those warmer jackets today. The other change you need to prepare for is our next round of widespread rain and thunderstorms, looking more likely that it's going to come in waves beginning Friday afternoon through the day on Saturday. Still a little bit of uncertainty with that, but we're certain that there won't be any downpours today on our 12-hour forecast. Fog and drizzle this morning. A cloudy sky through much of the day. Maybe at the very end of the day, get a little bit of sunshine, but not much. You can see those temperatures dropping into the lower 50s for this evening. The other change you need to get ready for so you're not taken by surprise, it's going to be a lot colder tomorrow morning. Wednesday and Thursday lows 30s and low 40s. Then as we head into the weekend, on your First Alert 9-day forecast, rounds of downpours are possible Friday afternoon through the day on Saturday. Again, still a little bit of uncertainty with that. Sunshine on Sunday and Monday, then rain chances return for the middle of next week. .23, a cloudy sky, a little bit of drizzle and patchy fog hanging on in spots. You can see just it looks like a haze here in Kansas City. Relative humidity is 100%, so chock full of moisture with south winds gusting up to 19 miles per hour, 58 degrees right now. You see fog in Maryville, also over in Hiawatha, Atchison, up near Trenton, Chillicothe, 60s in Odessa, Maryville, down to Butler and Clinton on our 12-hour forecast for today in Kansas City. The temperatures are going the other way, so we're warmer now than what will be this afternoon into this evening. The wind will pick up, so it will be a blustery day, so consider grabbing that warmer rain jacket or warmer jacket for today. You're not going to really need that waterproof layer, but you may if you don't like getting a little bit of drizzle on you. Wednesday, Thursday, warmer coats in the morning, and 30s and 40s with sunshine, and heading into the weekend, rounds of rain looking more likely beginning Friday afternoon through the day on Saturday.
726, the big day is finally here. It is Election Day across our country. Polls now open in Kansas and Missouri. We were over at the Northland Cathedral in KCMO this morning as the first voters in Missouri made their voices heard.
And today, voters will choose their next president as well as representatives in Congress and make key decisions about the future of their communities.
Voters living in Kansas City, Missouri can actually get help getting to the polls today.
If you download the city's rideshare app, Iris, you'll get a free ride to the polls today. There's even an option to help people with disabilities. National rideshare apps Uber and Lyft are also offering discounts for all voters. You can get 50% off your ride to the polls, up to a $10 discount. And if you are still making up your mind as you head to the polls, don't worry, we've got an in-depth look at everything on your ballot. Just head to the voter guide on KMBC.com.
After you vote, stay with KMBC 9 News all day as we bring you results. The polls come in tonight. It is expected the counting could continue tomorrow, so be sure to wake up with us with first news as well tomorrow morning on Bright and Early. Special coverage starts at 4 a.m.
Your station leading the way, getting you prepared for important events and changes that affect your day. KMBC 9 News.
This is it. Election Day, it is here. We were there as polls opened across Kansas and Missouri this morning. We've got team coverage getting you prepared to cast your ballot.
Missouri voters will decide some big issues today, like sports betting. We'll show you the arguments for and against Amendment 2.
The FBI is looking at all those threats that come in.
We're watching concerns about political violence as Election Day gets started. We'll show you the extraordinary steps staffers at some polling places are taking to keep voters and poll workers safe.
Thankfully, no threat of any major showers right now for voters. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cody Holyoke.
And I'm Jamie Weiss. Nick Bender is here to get us ready for your Election Day forecast and the days to come.
That's right. No downpours today. Thankfully, it's not like it was yesterday, though. We had early voting, and there were plenty of downpours and thunderstorms that affected some trying to get out to the polls in days past. But today, for Election Day, or you're just getting out the door to head to work, or maybe trying to get your kids ready to head to school, have patchy drizzle, some areas of fog, cloudy. It's blustery. You have a strong south to southwest wind gusting up to about 19 miles per hour. See those low clouds, and it feels humid. Relative humidity is at 100%. Visibility is great at the airport, but you might encounter a little bit of fog on your drive here and there today. Winds will increase, and that will send the temperatures down through the day, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. See some of that chillier air holding fast here in Iowa and Nebraska and northern Kansas. If 50s, low 50s there in Maryville, Trenton, and Hiawatha. 58 degrees in Kansas City, 59 in Belton and Harrisonville. You see some pockets of fog in there as well. That will last through the next few hours. The cloudy sky will hold all the way through until the very end of the day before we get a little bit of sunshine. If you notice the temperatures, yeah, they trend down, Johnny. We're the warmest it will be right now. For the end of the day, temperatures in the low 50s, so maybe opt for that warmer jacket as you head out the door.
All right, thanks so much, Nick. As we take a look at your first alert traffic, a little after 7:30, still working with the situation. The ramp closed from westbound I-70 to southbound 470, and that has caused a little bit of a backup as people roll up on that and see the ramp closed. Now we're looking at traffic approaching that. It's going to be westbound I-70 from the kind of upper right of the screen to the lower left. And as they approach that interchange and see that ramp is shut down, a little bit of a hesitation through there. Well, someplace from here back towards Little Blue Parkway, they are saying, well, actually back towards Woods Chapel, they're saying there's an accident in this long line of traffic. But at this point, tough to see one way or the other, though. It's going to be slow through there, so an extra 10 minutes, maybe 15 the inbound. Again, westbound I-70 coming up to 470 with that ramp still closed. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Johnny. As we check in with your first alert traffic map, we are noticing some activity on both sides of the state line now. Several reports of stalled vehicles around the metro causing some slowdowns as you head out the door. Build in about an extra 10 minutes if you can, no matter where you're heading. It'll make it easier no matter where you're going. Polls are now open across Kansas and Missouri. Voters have until 7 o'clock tonight to submit their ballots. If you're in line by 7, you will get to vote.
There's a lot on the line this year. In Kansas, congressional races are up for grabs. Spots on the State Board of Education, even local races like Johnson County Sheriff and DA. In Missouri, voters will decide top state officials like governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, plus seats in Congress and the U.S. Senate, not to mention major ballot questions.
And this morning, we have crews on both sides of the state line getting you prepared to cast your ballot.
KMBC 9's Martin Augustine kicks it off live at the Northland Cathedral in Kansas City, where, Martin, you've seen a steady stream of voters this morning.
We have all morning long, and the voters got lined up early this morning. Kind of in a little bit of a lull now after the initial crunches here, but if you can look this way, you'll see that one of the polling locations here still has a pretty nice long line, and I recognize somebody down there, and so they're very, very busy, but it's starting to slow down just a little bit, which election workers tell us is kind of a standard sort of thing. You see that initial morning crush, but speaking of that, here's some video of those first people in line, and my gosh, there were some of them in line at 4:45 this morning, and then that line stretched out to about 150, 200 people by the time the doors opened up. But because here at the Northland Cathedral, they got a lot of space. They have 3 different polling locations here, depending upon your address. Once you're in here, you can move through this pretty quickly. Back out here live to the Northland Cathedral. What the expectation is now with some of the morning surge starting to back off a little bit, probably get another surge of voters, not surprisingly, around noon, and then you'll get that surge that comes after people get off work and come to vote. So it'll be an all-day process, and in talking to a couple of poll workers, they feel like the early voting in Clay County really brought out a strong number of voters, so they feel very good about what the final turnout totals will be this year. Reporting live, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Well, voting is now underway in Kansas, and the state's top election officials say early voting already brought in record turnout. KMBC 9's Morgan Mobley joins us live from Haven Baptist Church in KCK with a breakdown of all those numbers and Election Day reminders. Hi, Morgan.
Good morning. Well, I want to get straight to the turnout this morning. The line is now moved fully inside the door, but I just talked to an election worker who says this is the biggest turnout they've had this early in the morning. Of course, we're just 30 minutes in here to polls being open on the Kansas side, but she was really encouraged by this turnout so far. I talked to some folks standing in line right now. In fact, I actually want to shout out my new friend Malachi. He's in the blue hoodie in line with his grandma. This is his first ever election, first time voter. I asked how he's feeling. He said he's nervous, but grateful for the opportunity to do this. I talked to other folks who say they normally don't come this early. They just didn't know what to expect with all of the record turnout for early voting. They thought they would just get here first thing this morning. So lots of excitement here. I talked to somebody who said she doesn't vote in every election, but because it has been so close with these polls, that brought her out first thing today to vote as well. So we're going to keep chatting with voters here, but so far so good. Everything is going very smoothly. We'll send it back to you. Reporting live in KCK, Morgan Mobley, KMBC 9 News.
All right, Morgan, thank you. It's worth repeating. Kansas voters will choose their representatives in the U.S. House. Seats in the Board of Education are on the ballot, along with seats in the State House and Senate. All of those Topeka jobs are up for grabs. Johnson County voters will choose their next sheriff and district attorney as well. And Missouri voters have some big decisions to make, especially on ballot issues. Amendment 2 would legalize sports betting in the Show Me State, and millions of dollars are pouring into this campaign.
I care deeply about education. That's why I'm voting for Amendment 2.
You no doubt seen the ad supporting sports betting from a group called Winning for Missouri Education. Heavily backed by online sports gambling companies, the group barely mentions gaming, focusing instead on education and the promise, they say, of tens of millions of dollars a year constitutionally guaranteed for Missouri schools. Critics don't buy that.
But the state's official analysis concluded Amendment 2 would allow them to pay zero gaming taxes to Missouri. That means $0 for Missouri schools.
A group called Missourians Against the Deceptive Online Gambling Amendment is challenging the claims of a windfall for education, pointing out potential loopholes a state audit flagged, letting betting companies avoid paying some of their state taxes. Despite the uncertainty, September polling from Emerson College in the Hill shows a majority of likely Missouri voters supported sports betting. Again, this was in September. Some 52% said yes to Amendment 2, 25% said no, 23% at that point were still not sure which way they would go. We'll see what happens today. Missouri voters will also decide Amendment 3, which would restore abortion rights. They'll decide Amendment 6 as well, whether to ban an election process called ranked choice voting. And Proposition A will be decided by voters. This, if approved, would raise the minimum wage and require employers to give paid sick time to workers. Stay with First News all morning long as we prepare you for the polls. Our crews, as you saw, are stationed at polling places on both sides of the state line, watching the lines so you know what to expect when you go to vote. We'll be watching results all night long and into the morning. We'll bring them to you tomorrow morning starting a half hour earlier. So we'll start at 4 a.m. over on Channel 9 here for First News tomorrow.
7:38 on your election day. We want to check back in with Nick Bender just to get you ready to head out to the polls, tell you what you need to know weather-wise, because we dealt with a lot of rain yesterday.
We have. Now, thankfully, it's not pouring down rain this morning. It's cloudy. There's some pockets of fog, a little bit of drizzle left over in a few spots, but all in all, much drier. Now, it's blustery, and it's going to get chillier through the day, so maybe opt for that warmer jacket with temperatures in the upper 50s right now, falling into the lower 50s at the end of the day. We may see just a few slivers of sunshine, but overall, an overcast sky. Tonight through tomorrow morning, it gets colder. That's a change you want to be ready for so you're not caught off guard tomorrow morning. It'll be about 20 degrees colder, dropping into the upper 30s and lower 40s for Wednesday morning. Sunny and warmer Wednesday afternoon. That'll be a normal day, 59 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds. On Thursday, highs in the upper 50s. The weather pattern changes for the weekend. Our next potential of widespread downpours and thunderstorms beginning Friday afternoon. Cody.
All right, Nick, thanks for the heads up. FBI agents say they are prepared for today, Election Day. They have a special election command post set up in Washington to watch and respond to any election-related threats.
So this is what it looks like inside. 80 people across a dozen agencies will be there every shift. The command center will be open 24/7 until all of the election results are in. Some of the biggest security concerns of the election involves polling places and poll workers. Election officials across the country are taking extraordinary steps to protect the people working today. In Detroit, one polling place has bulletproof glass and a panic button for workers to call police who will be stationed around that building and even on the roof. At another voting site in Maricopa County, Arizona, there are metal detectors, surveillance cameras, armed guards, and, if necessary, a SWAT team.
We don't want to intimidate anybody. We just want to make sure that the people inside that building are secure.
Despite these concerns, Homeland Security officials say it is safe to vote. And for 97% of voters, there will be a paper record of how they cast their ballot, meaning that if there are recounts, you can expect complete accuracy. Officials also want to remind people that voting machines cannot be hacked because they're not connected to the internet. Voter fraud is rare, but the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI are taking steps to make sure the election is safe and fair. They've set up a hotline for calls about election fraud and voter intimidation. If you see something suspicious when you're voting, you can call 800-253-3931. Of course, the top of the ticket is the U.S. race for president.
America is ready for a fresh start.
Make America great again. That's what we're going to do.
We'll hear the nominees' final messages to the nation before the polls close today.
Caliendo comes in. He's eligible. Here is Hunt for the touchdown.
The Chiefs keep their undefeated streak intact with a win over the Buccaneers in overtime. Next, the stellar performances that helped the Chiefs seal the deal.
I'll prepare you for our next round of widespread downpours and thunderstorms with First Alert Future Scan. It's coming up.
Your station leading the way with First Alert Weather, Kansas City's most experienced team, KMBC 9 News.
And welcome back. It is 8:45. Taking a look at your First Alert traffic. Looking now at northbound I-29. The ramp you see to the right from Berry Road is where, until just seconds ago, we had an accident working. Really never did cause any kind of a problem. So no problem at all. I-29 up to the airport this morning if you're trying to catch a flight. Cleared that activity. Westbound I-70. The ramp to southbound 470. Jackknife Semi is out of there. The ramp back open. Back to you in the studio.
Johnny, thank you. As you know, voting is now well underway in both of our states. Your vote will decide the fate of our country for the next 4 years and beyond.
ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest from both presidential campaigns.
Her campaign was a sprint from the start, launching 107 days ago, courting voters on a trail that ended overnight on top of the Rocky Steps in Philadelphia.
And here at these famous steps, a tribute to those who start as the underdog and climb to victory.
Vice President Kamala Harris was joined by star power throughout her final day on the campaign trail.
We are voting for values and integrity. We are voting for the right to choose what happens to our own bodies.
She spent months drawing a stark contrast between herself and former President Donald Trump, then spent the final 2 days avoiding Trump by name, her campaign says, to end on a positive note.
Our campaign has tapped into the ambitions, the aspirations, and the dreams of the American people. And we know it is time for a new generation of leadership in America.
Trump's campaign has tried to steer focus towards issues related to the economy and immigration.
Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And I've asked that question so many times. I've never had one hand go up for the other.
But in recent weeks, his message has grown darker. His latest target, while rallying on the eve of Election Day in battleground Michigan, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
She's an evil, sick, crazy bitch. Oh, no. It starts with a B, but I won't say it.
Some Republican leaders have warned Trump's rhetoric could turn women voters away, while former Fox News host Megyn Kelly, who Trump viciously attacked during the 2016 campaign, shared her endorsement, echoing what Trump has said that he will protect women, quote, whether they like it or not.
He will be a protector of women, and it's why I'm voting for him.
And get this, the first results are already in. Dixville Notch, New Hampshire has a tradition of voting in person at midnight, all 6 of their registered voters. That's 4 Republicans and 2 undeclared. The results between Harris and Trump ended with a tie, 3-3. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
You know, one woman has a unique connection to one of the presidential candidates.
Yeah, she shares her name with Vice President Harris. Kamala Harris lives in New Hampshire. Though her first name is pronounced differently than the vice president's, the spelling is the exact same. She says it causes so much confusion, she's even gotten political donations on her PayPal. And her birthday doesn't help.
Usually it's when my ID is getting checked, like if I'm in a store or something, and then people are like, oh my God, no way. And it's like this whole big, my birthday is April 1st, so it's like this, oh my God, that's a joke, right?
Harris says she plans to go to the polls today, but hasn't decided who she's going to vote for. Make ABC 9 News your home for Election Day coverage. We're going to start bringing you the results tonight as they come in. Then tune in for First News tomorrow morning as we continue to watch those tallies come in overnight. We are starting early at 4 a.m. Make sure you join us starting on Channel 9.
This morning, your Kansas City Chiefs are still undefeated after a nail-biter of a Monday night matchup.
Yeah, they squeaked by with a win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in overtime.
Caliendo comes in. He's eligible. Here is Hunt for the touchdown. Kansas City remains unbeaten.
Kareem Hunt seals the Chiefs' victory with a 2-yard touchdown run. That's after the Bucs tied the game at 24 apiece with just 27 seconds left to go into the fourth quarter. So the Chiefs get the OT win 30-24.
And their new wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, had a big night. Scored 2 of the Chiefs' touchdowns, one in the second quarter, one in the fourth. D-Hop's teammates say he's a perfect fit.
And he's so good at winning one-on-one. And so to be able to have him down in the red zone, third down situations, he does a good job of filling out and finding those windows. He's kind of like Travis does. I think as he figures out the whole entire offense, he'll get even better.
It's what you bring guys in for, to make plays. So shout out to him. I know he came in and has been just working day and day, trying to learn this offense and going out to practice and working on his time with Pat. So on the defensive side, being able to see a receiver do that is really exciting.
We did see a concerning moment for Patrick Mahomes on this touchdown throw. He just kind of faltered on his ankle there. You see him just kind of land funny. He was not happy. He had to be helped off the field in the fourth quarter after rolling his ankle. He did come back, though, and they won the game. Mahomes told reporters afterwards that his ankle felt better. He just expects a little swelling today.
This was the scene at the Powered Light District the moment the Chiefs beat the Bucs. Fans braved a rainy night to watch it all happen. It was a lot of fun. Next up for the Chiefs, it's a battle in the AFC West. The Chiefs will host the Denver Broncos at Arrowhead this weekend. The Broncos are 5-4 on the season. They were in third place in the division. Kickoff is set for noon on Sunday, and love another goose egg. Let's just keep this streak going.
As far as losses,
Let's see how long we can stay undefeated.
Zero losses if we can get it.
Yeah, 0 is a good number to have in that case. Let's see if we keep that going. For today, Election Day, fog this morning, low clouds. That drizzle is starting to dry up. Less of an impact, and it really wasn't even an impact to begin with, but you don't have to worry about getting rained on today. It is blustery, and temperatures are going to fall through the day. So we're the warmest we're going to be right now, upper 50s, 60s, falling into the upper 40s and lower 50s for this afternoon. So that's one change you need to be ready for. The next change, widespread rain, even a few thunderstorms. Those chances begin to increase Friday afternoon through the day on Saturday. There's still some uncertainty with when those rounds of rain will sweep through, and of course that will have an impact on your outdoor plans, whether that might be for Friday evening, Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon. 12-hour forecast for today. No rain, fog, a little bit of drizzle hanging on for the next couple hours. A cloudy sky, maybe a few hints of sunshine through the day, but look at the temperatures. Yeah, we're on a downhill here. Low 50s by 6 o'clock this evening. So maybe opt for that warmer jacket as you head out the door this morning. First alert 9-day forecast, and then get ready for much colder conditions tomorrow morning. Don't be caught off guard. You'll want a warmer coat for Wednesday and Thursday morning. Lows in the 30s to near 40 degrees. Lots of sunshine Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. And heading into the weekend, beginning Friday afternoon, rounds of rain are possible. Saturday morning, another wave of downpours sweeping up from the south. So again, still some uncertainty baked into this for Friday and Saturday, but rain chances looking more likely. Dry on Sunday and Monday, and then rain chances returning around the middle of next week. But no rain for today, just fog and a little bit of drizzle. Won't have any impact on you getting out to the polls or getting off to work or getting the kids out the door to school. This morning, 50s and 60s. This afternoon, chillier, so the temperatures are going to fall through the day. The coldest on the way for tomorrow morning, and then preparing for rounds of downpours as you head into the weekend.
The big day is finally here. Polls are now open across Kansas and Missouri. Voters have until 7 o'clock to submit their ballots. If you're in line by then you will get to vote. There's a lot on the line. In Kansas, there's congressional races up for grabs, State Board of Education, and local races like the Johnson County Sheriff and DA. In Missouri, voters will decide top state officials like Governor and Secretary of State, plus seats in the U.S. House and Senate, not to mention major ballot questions. One of those questions, Amendment 2. It could bring sports betting to the Show Me State. Missouri voters will also decide on Amendment 3, which would restore abortion rights. They'll also decide on Amendment 6, whether or not to ban an election process called ranked choice voting. Plus, Proposition A, which would raise the minimum wage and require employers to give sick time to workers. We have a closer look at all of these amendments and everything else on your ballot online now. All you have to do is head to our voter guide on KMBC.com. Make KMBC 9 your home for Election Day coverage. We're going to start bringing you those results tonight as they come in, and then make sure you join us tomorrow morning for First News. We're starting early at 4 a.m. to help watch the vote tallies roll in overnight. Again, you can watch us all on Channel 9 starting at 4 a.m.
Jamie, a cloudy sky, a little bit of patchy fog, drizzle, raindrops, not significant enough to have an impact on your morning plans, but don't be surprised if you need the windshield wipers for a minute or two on your drive this morning. 58 degrees with a south wind, about 10 miles per hour. Relative humidity is 100%, so it feels humid out. Temperatures in the 50s and low 60s, the warmest that they'll be all day. They're actually going to drop over the next 12 hours. You look at that downward trend over the next 12 hours. Drizzle, patchy fog for the next couple hours, windy through lunchtime, and the numbers coming down this afternoon. Low 50s for this evening. So be out for that warmer jacket and a warmer coat. Don't be caught off guard by this. Wednesday and Thursday. Tomorrow morning and Thursday morning, lows in the 30s to near 40 degrees. So it's going to be cold. Sunny Wednesday, Thursday afternoon, highs near 60. And then heading into the weekend, beginning Friday afternoon throughout the day, especially Saturday morning, rounds of rain are possible.
KMBC